Welcome to Berkeley in California Memorial Stadium, where this crowd has been in since early in the day, saying you know it, you tell the story, you tell the whole world that this is Bear territory. Today, a couple of teams getting set to square off in an ACC battle. As we'll see, the Virginia Cavaliers taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the California Golden Bears. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Cavaliers will kick it away to start us off. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. So the Cal Bears offense will go on the attack first. And David, their quarterback hasn't always blown you away statistically, but he is a guy that the coaches trust.
Yeah, and he'll show you some flashes of why you should trust him, Reese. But here's the thing. This is not a guy that we're saying, go win me the football game. That's not where he's at right now in his career. Jesse, he's a guy that needs the others, that they got to help him out. They got to play on schedule, not make those mistakes, and guys really play well around him.
Yeah, David, the one thing quarterbacks don't want to be referred to as is a game manager, but that's really more what this guy is. You're right. They have to be able to run the football. They can't turn it over. They got to play great defense. If they do that in this game, he's good enough to get this win.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Got him downfield. Oh, he's got some space. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. And the Golden Bears have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that. You can show your exotic looks. You can get the pass rush going. Everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
Maybe one notch of adrenaline too much on the punt there. It hits about a yard deep in the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. The Cavaliers offense will take the field for the first time. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field. And
oh, he found a space on the right. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that 1st down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Running with some authority as he bangs his way to the 43.
Nice complementary football we're seeing from this team here early. Defense did their job in the opening drive, and now your offense is doing their job too. Really nice throw that time by the quarterback. You've got to love what you're seeing on both sides of the ball if you're this team's head coach.
They're going to test the right side with this one. Hard running there. And he is going to lose yardage. Nowhere to run as he is forced out of bounds.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on the 1st down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on 3rd down.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down will bring the punt team onto the field. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
The quick passing game does several things. One, it doesn't let the pass rush get you. Those great defensive linemen, the ball's coming out so fast they can't get there. And then what else? It gets me ahead of the sticks. I don't have to worry about getting in long yardage and predictable situations.
Red pass, it's complete. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. The Golden Bears come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He'll make a play on 3rd down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on 3rd down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Brown wants to pass. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47.
Nice job by the running back catching the football and understanding where the 1st down marker was. I got to go get that 1st down. Did a nice job of it.
Wants to throw on 1st down. He put some heat on that one down the middle.
Man, as a quarterback, you got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
It's complete to the left. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good game there. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. The give to the back. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the 1st quarter. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the 1st quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Back to pass. Fires to the middle. Got him in the open. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
It's a scoreless game, but it feels like after that completion, that may finally break. It's been tough sledding for both of these offenses. That time, they had the matchup they wanted. They took the shot. Really nice throw. Maybe that's the play that generates the 1st points of this game.
Leaves it with the back. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5.
Yeah, and a great job by the offensive line, seeing the blitz, picking it up, and then it's on the running back. Running back finds a hole, gets a little bit of a crease, makes a nice run out.
And he was fortunate to get that one back to the line of scrimmage at the 5. No gain on the play.
That's a statement by the defense. Offense is trying to get physical. They're running power. They're pulling the backside guard, and you blow the play up in the backfield for a loss.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Golden Bears!
Find my matchups out wide. I love a matchup with my wide receiver. I like my guy better than yours. Quarterback finds the matchup. The wide receiver catches the football, takes it into the end zone for 6.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
No love lost between teams anytime they square off inside the Big Ten. Here's one that's just gone final. Maryland just wrapped up 4 quarters worth of dominance on its way to a never-in-doubt victory. And that's really the standard there in College Park. That's a tremendous fan base, and they'll enjoy this one all week. Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a Big Ten matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. Just about the time the quarterback got the snap, that dude was in his mustache.
Quick, fast, and in a hurry in the backfield. Got him to the ground before he could even think about getting the laces and trying to get the ball out of his hands.
Dropping back, it's Morris. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
Punch it out of the air. All by himself down the middle. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Cavaliers. Once he got some room, it was over.
And how nice is it to have a playmaker like that I can get the ball out of my hands right to him and say, all right, dude, you got jets, you can fly, catch the slant, make some people miss, outrun some angles, and get all the way to the end zone.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Leaves it with the running back. Turning it on! And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle, nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
I don't know, man. If I'm on defense here and I'm watching the way my D-line's getting manhandled, I might have to put more guys in the box. I might have to sacrifice a safety and try to get more hats close to the line of scrimmage to slow this running back down. Because the RPO game's been a problem.
When you're on offense, you see so much of this nowadays. You see misdirection. You see somebody flying across the formation. Why? To get the eyeballs of those linebackers, to get them to move out of a gap one space. Works to perfection here. That's why they break off the big gain on offense.
Productive 4-yard gain there on the ground as he gets it down to the 31. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They've got him looking run, but they're going to throw it. Catch in the middle. It's Morris. Got enough space. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Cal.
And you got to love the creativity with the tight ends nowadays. They can do so many different things. Does a good job. He slips behind the defense. Defense doesn't know where he went. And what does he do? He gets in for 6.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Off play action on first down. And the quarterback home up 2 and sacked at the 12.
And there he is, the nation's leader in sacks, coming up with yet another one week after after week, teams try to find a way to stop this guy. They just can't figure him out. He's too big, he's too fast, and he has a knack for getting to quarterback.
Pulls it and fires to the left. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that one.
To the air, it's Morris. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. The Cavaliers will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He takes it at the 45. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. Now on second down. Pulls and fires complete to the right. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
Good play by the defense. Way to wrap them up. Way to know where the sticks are. Now put you in a successful position for third down. Now you can break out the fun packages, the blitzes, putting more speed, more little fast guys on the field.
Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. And the Golden Bears decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch is made at the 15-yard line, and that's where they'll start this drive. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. It's a draw. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27. Looking to throw, it's Morris. Here comes the heat. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again.
Breaks into the open. And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam, and the defense finally got him. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And the Cavaliers will have it 1st and 10. To the air on first down. That's caught. It's Thomas. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Finds his big tight end. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that are there.
Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And he's sacked. A big play on fourth down to stop this drive.
I know that was tough, but as a quarterback, you got to know on fourth down, you cannot take a sack. Any way, shape, or form, you've got to be able to get rid of that football and give it an opportunity. That time, I know it wasn't blocked perfect, but the quarterback's got to have more sense of urgency.
He's down to the 38-yard line, and they can stop the clock. Brown will throw it. Finds the tight end. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? Double time, hustling to the line. They spike it to stop the clock. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Back to throw, time running short in the half. He unleashes a long one. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
You know the saying, no risk it, no biscuit. If you want big plays on offense, you've got to be able to take shots. They didn't hit that one, but moving ahead in the second half, expect this offense to keep dialing them up.
A strike downfield. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. He'll try to put up the 3 ball from 43 yards away. Absolutely perfect. And that lead grows even bigger. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
All right, guys, a delightful first 2 quarters today from there in Berkeley. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas inside California Memorial Stadium.
Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success. And so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. Looking to throw, it's Morris. Wide open downfield. Off to the races to the right. The 10. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Virginia.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. From the shotgun, the inside give. He has the first and still on his feet. All the way out to the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 15.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
You open a drive like that, and you've got some operating room. It's first down from the third. There he goes. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab. The Golden Bears, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They'll give it to the back. Just enough room to gain a couple down to the 34.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
The quick out. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
You know, as a receiver, it's so critical and important to know where the sticks are. He was able to modify his route, so he knew as soon as he caught it, he was just going to have enough to keep this drive alive.
Works his way ahead for about 3 yards, stopped at the 23.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Golden Bears come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. He can't make the grab. It's incomplete, but there is a flag, and I believe this is going to be pass interference.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
From the gun, to give, looking for room. Able to move it ahead a couple of yards. He gets it down to the 20. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. From the gun, the running back has it. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
3rd down and short is exactly what you want on offense because you can run the football, make the defense suck up, but you can also throw it. Nice execution, 3rd and short, now set up in a 1st and goal situation.
A 1st down run in the red zone. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
And this offense trying to be physical inside the 5-yard line. I get it, but I tell you what, Palmer, this quarterback has earned some trust from me with the day he's had.
Yeah.
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Golden Bears! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. That's his 3rd touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money. He's been on fire, making the right decisions and just carving this defense up.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Week to week, it's so tough to figure the ACC, which is why this one is notable. Stanford has the lead right now, but there's no John Elway on this team, and that's why we have a tight one there on the farm. They're up by just 1 over Pittsburgh. Never know what's going to happen in the ACC, and we'll circle back. If anything develops, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Weaves his way ahead and gets 5 out to the 18-yard line.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the 2nd half.
3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. They'll try to sneak it.
And, David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
The Cavaliers will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Rides the back on the option. The give.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
And he just needed a few inches, and the defense was surly and nasty and said, no, sirree. Hunt is on its way. Makes the tackle really strong, disciplined job, and now we have 1 period to play. That's the end of the period, and Cal is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. So 1st down will open up the final period. They'll run it from the gun. Still on his feet at the 45. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Brown wants to pass. Gets it out quickly. He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
Really impressed with the running back. His stats haven't been great, right? Every yard has been hard to come by, but these are some of the best runs we've seen in the game by him, and it's happening at the most important time here in the 4th quarter.
The Golden Bears now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. 2nd down, he'll throw it quickly to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. That last completion still leaving them with a 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And that one took everything he had to sneak it over the crossbar inside the left upright. And they'll push that lead out a little further. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. The returner will field it and try to do some business. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Looking to throw, it's Morris. Firing to the right, complete. At the 40, there he goes. Into the secondary on the right. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. The give on the option. Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Rides the back and leaves it. He just kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1.
And now a big third down coming up. Down multiple possessions. This is one, Palmer, I'm looking for 6. I'm not trying to kick a field goal. I want to cut into this lead with a touchdown.
No, you got...
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Cavaliers.
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard punt. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Cal gets it back, the sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get... Oh, he's got some space! And how much running room have they been able to find just all day? They are piling up unbelievable rushing stats. And the Golden Bears just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And the running back there did everything that he's coached to do, right? They've got the lead late in this game. You've got to stay in bounds. You're finding yards. It's a positive run, but you're not going out of bounds. Really well done.
Buys a little extra time. Grab near the marker. It's Johnson. He's loose on the run, and he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Cal! Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this 2-game slide.
And man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
Well, every coordinator has a couple of 2-point plays in his back pocket. They dialed one up there. They didn't get it. Let's see how that affects the outcome of this one.
Looking for blockers. And the returner is stopped. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. To the air. It's Morris. Makes the grab. Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly. And the Cavaliers moving quickly to the line.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
I know you want to take what the defense gives you, but at this point, you have to push the ball downfield a little more, David.
Yeah, and that's exactly what the defense wants you to do. Check the football down. That's what they're going to give you, but we need scores. Down multiple scores, got to push the ball down the field, take more chances.
The Cavaliers getting set on 1st and 10.
They run it, they get the first down, and look at the offense. Right back on the football, ready to crank this tempo up.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Wants to fire on 2nd down. It's complete on the right side. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. And the Cavaliers are on the move.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Defense backing up, trying to keep everything in front. Here's a quick throw out to the left. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. The Cavaliers are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Back to pass, it's Morris. Gets it to him on the screen. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking to throw on first down. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Caught over the middle. It's Ennis. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. They'll go with a direct snap. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. At this point, the defense has little choice but to sell out to stop the run on 2nd and 7. Got enough for the first down and wants more. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Quarterback's just going to take a knee. A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team. No frill.